Now to our top story tonight, the No Kings protest sweeping the nation today. This movement is against President Trump's policies, and it comes on the same day as both his birthday and a military parade in Washington, D.C. for the Army's 250th birthday. So more on that in just a bit. But demonstrations are taking place from Los Angeles to Atlanta, Boston, and Philadelphia. Protesters angry about multiple issues, but their message is that the president is acting in an authoritarian way. And we are also seeing today some protests against the immigration raids. Here in Colorado, we also saw major protests, and not just in our big cities. Denver 7 crews have been all over the Front Range to show you the turnout throughout our state. The Denver protest, that's on the top left of your screen there, it's extremely large, spilling into city streets, triggering rolling road closures this afternoon. On the bottom left, very large crowds in Colorado Springs, also demonstrations in Arvada, Boulder, and Parker, to name a few. Just a quick heads up for travelers, Union Station is now closed because of planned protests. RTD's website says this is affecting the A, B, D, G, and N lines, and right now there is no set time for this station to reopen. RTD says it will open back up when it is safe to do so. So let's talk about those Denver protests. The permit for that protest expired at 4 p.m. today, although demonstrations are still legally allowed on public property. Denver 7's Adria Irahita has been on the ground for hours near the state capitol and joins us live. Adria, what does the crowd look like now behind you?
Yeah, Jacqueline, well, crowds have been fired up here in Denver all day. You can see the crowd is thinning out behind me, but for hours there have been thousands and thousands of people just coming and going here in front of the state capitol. And those crowds taking to the street not once, but twice. They just came back about 20-30 minutes ago. And you can see things are starting to wind down here a little bit. But overall, things have been pretty peaceful throughout the day. Now, we got here about an hour before things officially started here at noon, and there were already hundreds, if not thousands, of people gathered at Civic Center Park. Now, again, people have just been coming and going all day. And Jacqueline, as you stated earlier, the overarching point of these protests nationwide is to denounce what protesters say are authoritarian policies enacted by President Trump. And that's what folks in Denver are echoing here today.
The way the Senator Padilla was treated this week really struck a chord with me. Just such disrespect for people who want to ask questions.
That demonstrator referring to that California senator who was taken into custody on Friday after interrupting a press conference by the Homeland Security Secretary. Now, this particular gathering here in Denver described as a peaceful, nonviolent movement of resistance. And one interesting thing to note, there were no speakers and not really anything particularly planned for this Denver protest. And organizers tell me they did this for one particular reason.
It's about bringing the people together, making the people the focus of the event, and letting them know that their voice matters and that we're here for them.
And Jacqueline, while the official No Kings protest here in Denver ended at 4, so it's been just a little over an hour, you could see crowds are still out here. That's because there are some unofficial gatherings planned throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours. And of course, our team will continue to monitor how things are looking downtown as the night progresses. Reporting live in Denver, Adria Irahita, Denver 7.
I know we are staying on top of it. Thank you so much, Adria. And protests in Parker went forward despite a controversy with that town. Today is also Parker Days, which draws thousands of people, and the town had requested that demonstrators either postpone their protest or join other demonstrators elsewhere in Douglas County. The town told us they respect everyone's First Amendment rights, but they were worried about town resources. Now, organizers we spoke to tell us it was important for them to demonstrate close to home.
It was Thursday, not this past week, but the week before, when I got the call from the town attorney and the chief of Parker Police, who said, you know, we really want you to cancel this rally. You can do it on another weekend. Well, this is the weekend of the nationwide No Kings protest. And we do have the right to protest.
And this is one of 2 protests that we know about today in Douglas County. The other one was in Castle Rock.